So with the TBC Prepatch right around the corner, I wanted to make a video to talk about the rank 14 PvP gear. This gear actually becomes available to everyone during the TBC Prepatch, as long as you can bother to farm the honor and the badges for it. Basically, you no longer need to be rank 14 to get the rank 14 PvP gear. This is perfect for anyone who's returning to the game itself. Maybe you haven't been raiding a lot in Classic and you're lacking some gear, or maybe you've rerolled your main character and need to gear up your new main. Maybe you're still leveling your first character and trying to get to level 60, and maybe some of you will just use that level 58 boost to boost up a new character. The point is, this PvP gear serves as a great catch-up mechanic for gear, for those of you who want to enter Outland with a little bit better gear. Now, some of you might ask why you would grind for gear that is going to be instantly replaced anyway, and the answer is really simple. You will enter Outland with more damage output. If you're planning on questing, the difference between fresh level 60 gear and the rank 14 PvP gear is you will deal more than twice as much damage with the rank 14 PvP gear, meaning you will kill things twice as fast while questing, and having that damage output is incredibly important if you care about getting ahead of the pack. The rank 14 PvP gear will also most likely carry you all the way to level 70, with a couple of replacements here and there if you do certain quests and dungeons. You will obviously end up replacing most of it with pre-raid best in slot from TBC dungeons, both high level normals and also heroic dungeons, so really you are grinding honor to buy yourself some gear to make your leveling process easier. To some that's worth it, and to some it's not worth it. But what I want to do is first take a look at each of the PvP item sets, to look at the unique set bonuses for each class, because a set bonus will make it more worth it for some classes to farm this out than others. First I will start with my favorite rank 14 PvP set bonus, which is also coincidentally the set bonus for the class I'm planning to main myself, and that is the Druid set bonus. This set does benefit more towards healers and boomkins, because it has a damage and healing increase, as well as intellect, but it's also usable as a feral because it does have agility and strength, but it will most likely be replaced faster as a feral than restoration or boomkin. Also, look at that 3 set bonus, 15% increased movement speed while in cat form, travel form and bear form. This is huge when questing and gives you a massive movement speed advantage over other classes. You also have access to feral swiftness, which also increases your movement speed, and according to this Wowhead comment, the combination of this set bonus and the feral swiftness is insane, as it doesn't just stack, but it multiplies. I can't verify that, but no matter what, the set bonus is really strong. If you are a restoration druid or a boomkin, getting that 3 set is more than enough, and getting yourself a rank 14 weapon on top of that should be all you need. Next up, let's look at rogues. The rogue set offers a nice amount of agility and strength, as well as crit and hit, which are beautiful stats for a rogue. The 3 set bonus reduces the cooldown of your gouge ability by 1 second, which isn't really too massive, but it's better than nothing. The 6 set bonus also gives you attack power, which is quite beneficial obviously, but also requires a lot of PvP grinding to obtain. The warrior set offers a lot of strength, stamina and agility, as well as critical strike, and the 3 set bonus reduces the cooldown of your intercept ability by 5 seconds, which is really useful. Once again, the 6 set bonus gives you 40 attack power, which is useful for warriors, but once again requires a massive grind to obtain. That being said, warriors are insanely dependent on their damage output while questing, so it might be worth grabbing. The Paladin set is first of all insanely beautiful, and if I was maining a Paladin I would farm the entire set just for the sake of having it, and if I can farm the gear I want on my Druid fast enough, I might also farm this gear on my Paladin as well. The set bonus, or the set itself, is also incredibly useful for every single spec, as every spec benefits from every stat, and even spell damage. The 3 set also reduces the cooldown of your Hammer of Justice by 10 seconds, which is a massive reduction for a stun ability, and I would consider that a really strong set bonus. You will also get some bonus spell damage and healing by getting the full set. I would say that maybe Holy Paladins benefit the most from the set itself, but Protection Paladin also benefit a lot from the set, and Retribution probably comes in last because there's no attack power bonus, but even they benefit a lot from the set itself. The Warlock set is another one of the rank 14 item sets I think looks really good. First of all, you get a massive amount of spell power from the set itself, then you also get another dash of spell power from having the complete set through that 6 set bonus. Also, look at that 3 set bonus. 0.2 second reduction on the cast time of your Fear ability. This might not seem like much, but you will end up using Fear quite a bit, and that 0.2 second reduction matters quite a bit. It will matter even more if you're on a PvP server, as it can literally be the difference between life and death if you end up with some world PvP action. The mage set bonus is fairly strong, but I would personally like to see a different 3 set bonus, but that 2 second reduction on the cooldown of Blink is also decent. You will also get a lot of spell power from the set itself, as well as critical strike rating, and once again, if you can bother grinding Honor for the full set, you will get another dash of spell power. The priest set is pretty much exactly the same as every other caster set. You get some spell power, some healing, some MP5, and a 3 set bonus increases the duration of your psychic scream ability by 1 second. The hunter set is fairly strong, gives you a lot of attack power, critical strike, and the 3 set bonus reduces the cooldown of your concussive shot by 1 second. Personally, I think this set is better if you're playing on a PvP server, because if you're not, you will usually send your pet on the mob and your pet will tank it anyway, so you likely won't end up using concussive shot too much, unless you're min-maxing. The shaman set is probably the least exciting set if you ask me, but it is still quite strong. You get the usual spell damage and healing as well as a ton of critical strike, and your 3 set bonus increases the critical strike of your shock abilities by another 2%, so there's a lot of critical strike. Some of the pieces are lacking agility, while the 6 set bonus gives you attack power, and I feel like the stats are a bit too mixed to make it worth grabbing, but you can still grab some individual pieces. The rank 14 PvP gear I will personally be getting are the Druid and Paladin sets, and I think those are also the best PvP set when it comes to the stats you are getting from the set itself, as well as the 3 set bonus, which are the class specific bonus. That 15% movement speed for Druids is huge, especially while questing or doing anything in the open world, and that 10-second reduction on Hammer of Justice is also massive. So if we take a look at the vendor for these rank 14 PvP items, you can see that you will end up needing a massive amount of Marks of Honor from different battlegrounds, and that is probably going to be the real grind. You will get the honor points anyway, but getting those marks, to get those you have to actually win the battlegrounds. Well, you will get 1 from losing as well, but you get 3 if you win, so you definitely want to win. To really maximize this, you might want to get yourself into a pre-made group and / or be ready to cash out for some consumables to help you actually win the battlegrounds. It's going to take some time, and that's why I wanted to show you guys the set bonuses right now, so you can make a decision for yourself whether or not it's worth it for you to grind this out, but it definitely serves as a great catch-up mechanic for gear, and at the very least I would go for some weapon upgrades if you have really bad weapons. For example, the 2-handed sword will last you at least until level 64, which is when you can equip this 2-handed sword right here from Mana Tombs, and the rank 14 sword is still slightly better than this sword, I would say. The 1-handed sword will also last you until about level 65, which is when you will find, for example, this sword from Walking Crypts. As a caster, the Mage Blade will last you until about level 65, and at level 63 you can, for example, equip this item right here, which is a drop from the Underbog. So basically, you can find better weapons and rank 14 weapons fairly early, but you will have to do dungeons to do that, or do the Ring of Blood in the ground, which will also give some good weapons to some classes. And I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully I was able to help you guys figure out whether or not to grind for those rank 14 items during the TBC pre-patch. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to slap a like on it, and hit me up with the subscribe if you want more TBC content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.